Hello sweet friends, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a project share and tutorial using the 3D mini vials gift box. So I have the die all cut apart here to show you what you get in the die set. So I'm going to show that and share that with you first. So I'm going to start with the biggest piece, which is this right here, and you're going to cut one of these. And this is the piece that actually holds your vials in the gift set. And then you get this piece, you're going to cut one of those, and you're going to put the bottles inside there. The next is you get this piece right here, which goes on the sides of this piece like that. And like I said, we're going to have a tutorial for it. Then this is the backing, and this is the piece that has the stitching that you use to decorate the backing. And I cut one of this one and two of this one, and you'll cut two of this one, and I said one of that. Okay, this is for your designer paper. It's got stitching. It goes on top of here like this. And you're going to cut two for one of my tutorials and one for the other. So I'm going to show you several configurations. This is also a piece that you can cut on designer cardstock, and it has stitching around it. And then this piece goes around the window, and it's like a doily piece. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. So I will have affiliate link in the description box below to make it easy for you to shop for this die. If you're inspired to do so, using my affiliate link helps me and my channel out, and I really appreciate it. And also, I use this for the flowers. I use this die a lot. This is a go-to die. This is the rose petal flower die. So those are both from Scrapdiva Designs. So let me pull my projects into view here. And so I'm going to show you two ways to make this project. So the first one, this is the one that I showed in my unboxing video of the dies, and I redid it today. I didn't like it. It was okay. It was pretty plain for me, so I redid it today. So I'm going to show you how to make this one. And this has the small bottles. Now, the small bottles come in a pack of 5 from the Dollar Tree. You can see I have 2 extra here. And that's what I used for the first one that I made. And then this opens up, and then you have the bottles, those little bottles inside. And this is a good gift to give to someone who likes to craft, paper craft, or do jewelry, because you could put little beads, the little rings and stuff like that in these bottles for a gift. You could also fill them up with shaker material. You can also put sprinkles for a person who likes to bake. So this is how I did mine, and then I put a just because sentiment on the top of here and a butterfly, and I think this looks so much better than the example that I showed you. Now I will show you that I did put bigger bottles. Now I bought a bunch of different bottles from the Dollar Tree. I bought these here that have a little cork type of a stopper, and you get quite a few in here. I think you get 6. Yeah, I think you get 6 in this package. And I had also purchased these, which already come with the beads in them, and they have little stoppers. I used these. And then you can also find these. And these are the 0.5 fluid ounce. and you get 4 pieces in a package of these. So this is this one, and I'm going to teach you how to do this. In the little bottles, just stick right in there like that. Really, really cute. I use my Cottage Girls. And of course, this is the scalloped heart cutout bow from Scrapdiva Designs as well. And you can see I did put designer paper on the back. I think this is really cute. This is the one using these little bottles right here, and you could see I dressed them up by putting little pearl tops on them. I thought that was so cute, and they just come out like that. This is really nice for someone who likes to make jewelry or does paper crafting and likes to make little charm things for their paper crafts. So like I said, I'm going to teach you how to do it this way, and I will teach you how to do it this way. And here's another one that I made, and this one has the bigger bottles in it. So this one, if you were going to give this to someone who likes to bake and you wanted to put sprinkles or colored sugars in there, this would probably be the better size to use. So that's that one. So I have several examples for you to see today, and we are going to go ahead and make, first we're going to make the one with the holes in the top. So I'll give you a couple different ways to use your die set. So you can make them either the small or the large. So we're going to go with the large first. I'm going to pull this in, and you can see I have all my pieces here. All right, so for the large bottle, you're going to want to cut 2 of these. And I decorated the ends of my paper, so that is 1.5 by 1.5. So you can make 2 squares of that. So we're going to get the white paper first. And the first thing I'm going to do is put the designer paper. So you cut 2 of these. I'm going to put this on top of the backing first. Making sure here I'm in the frame so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to center this. And then I'm going to move it out of the way and let it dry while I work on this piece. So this is the piece that holds your vials. Now it has a 1/4 inch here and about a 5/8 inch here. So this is the part that lifts. So you want this bigger part on the top, okay? So that's going to be your top, and you're going to fold on the score lines. And I have one more. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the holes in the top of here because we're making the big bottle holder. So I need this die right here, which is what I've cut 2 out of on designer paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it in the center of here. Center it right on the top here. And I'm going to go in here and just make a circle with a pencil. And this hole is exactly 1 inch. So I have my 1 inch punch. This is a EK Success punch I've had for a long time. And this is a good punch. It's lasted a long time and I've used it a lot. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to center that pencil a circle into the center of here, and I'm going to punch all the way across. Now you could put this back into, well, I couldn't figure out how to put this back into the die, so I just punch it with a punch. A 1-inch punch, that's all you need. And most people have that. So there we have that. And we're going to take this piece and we're going to glue it on the top. All right. Now I put in a little plastic window. Let's see if I can find it now. It gets hidden. I'm going to use this one, and maybe I'll find it when I get to the next tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue here. I'll take my acetate and put it on top. And I'd like to take my bone folder over it. All right. Make sure everything's flat. Okay, and we could go ahead and put one designer paper, yes, on the bottom here. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to add these. Now, I did point out that this is your top. This is a larger flap on the top here. And this is larger here. So this is also going to be on the top. So be aware of that when you're putting this together, that it needs to be on the top. And what I'm talking about is here. It needs to be right here. Okay. All right. So this needs to be on the top. So it needs to be like that. So we're going to put this on the outside. So we're going to go on the bottom. And we're going to lay this on here. Like this. With that bigger flap there. And I'm going to fold it over to make sure. Yep. We'll go on this side. And we're going to fold all 4 flaps. Okay, this is the larger one. That's going to be on the top. So we're going to glue it this way. All right, so this is the floor of the box. So in order to make it look nice and to make sure that my ends are really sealed in there, I take another one of these decorative pieces and I glue it into the bottom. Now we're going to pull up the side with the window right here. going to put some glue on here and pull this up. And I'll press with the bone folder. Okay, same on this side. And I'm going to press. Now, you do not get a piece to cut a designer paper on that. So what I did was I took, this is the piece that you get in the die set. I cut one of these. Then I take this big piece, I lay it down, turn this upside down, and center it in the middle of here. And I take a little Scotch tape. You don't need much. Take a little Scotch tape and center it in the die to cut the window. And you want to center it in the die because as you can see here, this is a little bit larger than this side. So that makes a difference when you cut this out. Whoops, I messed it up. And I am going to run this through my die cutter. Okay, and we're going to pop it out. And I'm going to peel that tape off a little bit, or I can cut it so you can't see it. Okay, and this side is larger, so I believe it goes like this. Yes. So I'm going to glue that on the front of the window. Now, if you want to do your whole project with designer paper and you don't want to do all this extra stuff, you won't have to worry about this piece. But I'm just showing you how I did mine. All right, now that's completed. Now we're going to go to the side. And remember, I told you these were 1.5 by 1.5. I'm going to put it right there. And I could see my glue didn't tape right there. There we go. I go on this side. Glue doesn't want to stick tonight. All right. So we're going to just put this aside and let it dry before we manipulate it anymore. And we're going to make this for the bottom of the box to also help hold the larger bottles. And you could get the bottles in the craft section of the Dollar Tree. All right, here we go with another piece of this. And we're going to center this right on top. All right, now comes the part where we're going to attach this to this. And that's going to be with these 3 sections here. These do not get attached because they are the flaps for the opening. So I am going to pull these back a little bit to put glue on them. And then I am going to flip this over, and I am going to put this like this in here. And I get a nice sturdy box this way. So I don't have to worry about, if I put beads in my box, whether this is going to be sturdy enough to handle that. Because with the designer paper and the I used regular Georgia Pacific cardstock, by the way, to cut this out. Now you can see how this is looking, and I've got to go in here and press this glue on this side. There we go. And back here. And that's how I want that to look. I have to put a little bit more here. There we go. That's how I want that to look. And then I'm going to take this piece and put it right over that, so it's nicely finished off. Center it and press it. Okay, and then I'm going to put the flaps in and close it like that. And I am going to put these bottles in here. I love these bottles. And let me get the little tops. Let me see. I should have had those out, right? Let's see if they're in here. I think I put them in a different box. Might have messed myself up. Yep. See if they're in here. I'm sorry, I am not prepared. They were right here. I probably left them out and forgot about it. Let's see what else I could use. Well, oh, I see them. Sorry about that. These are what I like to put on the top. I think they looked so fancy that way. So we're going to put these on top. So I use hot glue for this, and it's going right on top of a little type of cork. And make sure they're pushed down, because I had one that was loose. It had some beads spill out earlier. But this is so cute. I love this. When I went to my Dollar Tree, they only had 3 bags of these, and I love them so much. I would make more than just 3 with these in there. Okay, so before you put your bottles in, you could put this in the bottom of your box like this. And we could close this, and then these would fit right in like this. All right, super cute, right? And then we have this little cottage girl. She's going to go on the front. And let me measure this for you. I'll tell you what size this scallop circle is so that you can see what you have in your stash. This circle is, let's see, 2 5/8. It's a 2 5/8 inch circle, and this is 4 by 4. Okay, in case you were wondering. You are probably going to see this video tomorrow. I'm doing this here at night. I just made a cake for a 35th, and oh, here, see, that's my plastic for that one. I knew I'd find it. I made a 35th wedding anniversary cake for a party this weekend. So I'll be decorating that tomorrow while you're watching this. Because, yeah, I do cakes. I do cakes too. I like the old-fashioned buttercream way. So that comes with your, that's this right here that comes with your die set that you put on your window. Isn't that cute? And then we've got this flower right here. And that's the rose petal flower, and I put it right here. Because you always got to have a flower. Always looks so pretty. And then what I do is I put some diamond dots on one side here. Let's see if this works. Okay. I've been having a lot of fun with diamond dots lately, and little rhinestones that are flat backs. I'll show you what I've been doing. I belong to a couple Facebook groups that have to do, I know I talk about going on cruises. Well, there's a thing about cruising ducks that you bring them on your cruise and you hide them. And they're supposed to you just hide them to bring smile on people's faces. And a lot of people do it. I don't find a lot. I probably find 1 or 2 per cruise. So this is it. And so I belong to some groups on Facebook that are called Cruising Ducks. You can go check it out yourself. And people are blinging up their ducks. So this is what I've been doing. I have to do them a little at a time, because if you keep doing them, see, this whole thing is blinged up. The diamonds, or whatever you call these rhinestones, will come off. So I do them a little at a time. Here's another one. This is with these right here. And I also have a frog. You can see, you can only do them a little at a time. I see I've got one little thing that, so if you see these things on here, that's what they're from. And I got another one. This is an oddball one. This is like a robot. So he has these little squarey things on him. So he's pink. So that's what I do. Besides all this and cakes and bracelets. All right. That was the bottle one with the top. Now we're going to do a regular one with the small bottle. And it's a lot like the other way. You just don't have to do the windows and all that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do again is put this designer paper. Like I said, this is regular Georgia Pacific cardstock. And I will show my bracelets. I have them all packed away right now. They're all in those boxes that I made for a gift exchange. I don't want to take them out, but next time I make a bunch of them, I will come on here and show them to you because I've been asked. Okay, so this is the actual box. We're going to fold on all the score lines. Okay, so we're not going to put any holes in this. And this is the top. This one is the top right here because it has the wider flap. And that's the one that tucks in. So because we're not going to put any holes in the top, we're going to go ahead and put this paper right on here. And then I had already cut one of these for this window. And I showed you how to do that. You cut one of these out of that, and you put it in that die and run it through to cut the window. And I like doing this because it makes it nice and sturdy. And I'm going to put one here. Okay, so I guess I didn't decide whether I was going to make that one a tall one or a short bottle. So I need one for my floor. So I'm going to try to get the most out of my paper. This paper is so pretty. This paper is from first edition, and it is called Pretty Posy. And the rest of the paper is the Mint with Roses, which is a digital printable paper. And then the blue one is my paper that I created myself. Okay, so I need this for the floor on the inside. And I'm not going to do that yet until I put these in. So this is the larger flap, so that's going to go on top. So we're going to fold over all these tabs, and that's going to be on the top. So I'm going to put this to the bottom of here, like this. There we go. Again, this is the larger flap, so that's going to go on the top. And I didn't do that right. Look at that. Good thing I checked myself because it's so easy to do that. Okay, so that's the larger flap. This is the smaller flap. So let's do this right. So easy to mess up. Okay, let's see. Yep. And there's the large flap. Okay, we got that right. So we could put this in now. Since it's sticking to everything because it's got glue on it, right? All right. Center. And if you put this on here, it's going to keep these flaps nice and stable. So now we are going to put the window in here. And I can see it. Yay. Okay, now we are going to pull this up. Attach it here. There we go. Well, just pull that one out. All right, let's try this. I can see that I didn't cut my window small enough. There we go. Okay, just checking the edges because I like them nice, crisp. All right, we'll put this aside and let it dry a little bit while we do this portion that holds the bottles. So we're going to fold on all the tabs. And then we're going to take this piece that we cut with our die and we're going to put that on top. Center it just like that. And we'll bring this back and put this decorative piece on the front of the window. And let me poke out I could see a few little holes that didn't get poked out. I don't know why they would bother me not being poked out, but they would. Oh my goodness. Okay. center that right over the window. I like this trim piece. I think it adds a nice touch to this project. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how I did this again. This is going to be facing front. I'm going to turn this over and we're going to put glue here along this tab and along here. And we're going to put this in like this. Fold these over. And we'll flip it over. And use your finger to bring the side in to meet that. And then you can look at it. And you can see how it has adhered to the back here. And it makes it nice and sturdy. I need to run the bone folder along the bottom here. Perfect. And then we're going to take this piece and put it right on top of here. So it makes your box nice and sturdy. So load it up with beads, all you want. And this will cover that. And we're going to just put our little bottle holder in here. It's going to stand up. And we're going to use the little bottles for this project. So I gave you 3 different bottles that you can use for this project. So that folds over just like that. Oh, not down so that far. Just like that. And we're going to do the ends. These are 1.5 by 1.5. I cut them myself. And I got my little cottage girl. And this is a 2 5/8 inch circle with another smaller one in the center. And I put it right down like that. And I have my little bow. It's going to go on top. I hot glue this one. And a flower, just like the other ones. I'll put it right like that. And then for this one, I did the just because I thought this box would look cute with the top flap a little decorated. And I'm going to put it right in the center of here. It says just because. So cute, right? And then I have a little double butterfly that has a plain butterfly in the back and then a butterfly cut out with the designer paper. And we're just going to put that right there. And it's so sweet. All right, that is my project for today. And before I close, let me say, if you are new or this is your first time here, my videos feature lots of paper crafting ideas and tutorials. If this is something you enjoy, won't you consider subscribing? I'd love to have you back. And for all my returning friends and subscribers, welcome back. You mean the world to me, and I appreciate your comments and support. So if you have any questions on the tutorial, just leave it in the description box below. Any comments, and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you like this project and that this is something that you will also use the tutorial. Remember to sprinkle kindness like confetti wherever you go. And until the next video, happy crafting. Bye-bye.